Aisha's in the newsroom with details of a deadly love triangle.
Yeah, Ron, so according to prosecutors, two Fort Stewart-based soldiers planned this entire murder over Snapchat. They thought they couldn't be traced. Well, they turned out to be wrong, and Ryan Kruger joins us now to tell us why that wasn't the case.
So, Snapchat, that's the app where all those messages disappear quickly, so they thought, hey, the messages are gone, we're not going to get caught, right? Well, it was the stories they were telling when they got back to Georgia that led police to arrest them. It's New Year's Eve. Army Sergeant Tyrone Hassel III is ambushed and killed while visiting his family in Michigan.
He was a soldier, he was a sergeant. That speaks volume, and that's what I want everybody to remember him as, a Sergeant Hassel III.
After a couple weeks, the investigation takes a turn south to Fort Stewart, Georgia. According to prosecutors, it's a classic story, but with a modern twist. Camilla Hassel wants to leave her husband, but divorce isn't an option. The couple has a 1-year-old son, and Camilla, according to prosecutors, wouldn't be able to cash in on the life insurance money. So murder is the only choice.
She deceived us all, and I thought she was a completely different person than who she really is.
Prosecutors say Camilla Hassel started an affair with fellow Fort Stewart soldier Jeremy Cuellar. While they were deployed in South Korea, the alleged adulterous couple started plotting Tyrone's murder. They used Snapchat, thinking the app's temporary messages couldn't be traced. But Cuellar had loose lips and allegedly told fellow Fort Stewart soldiers about the murder. Helpful tips that led police right to the couple.
All right, so what does the future hold for these two?
So Cuellar and Hassel have both pleaded not guilty to that murder. Right now, though, they're both sitting in a jail cell in Michigan awaiting trial for that murder.
All right, thank you so much, Ryan. We will continue to follow that one.